Planet Vero Studios, brought to you by Evergreen Media, creating cohesive marketing campaigns. Evergreen Media in Vero Beach.
Grit and Grace, featuring ambitious and inspirational small businesses in Indian River County, exploring their pursuit of success and how we can continue to help them thrive. And now your host, Sarah DePardo.
Hey guys, welcome back. Super excited today because we have a fantastic guest, and we want to make sure you understand that Grit and Grace, our show here, is all about small businesses in Indian River County and how they are thriving, the different things that they do for our community. We're highlighting their success, their story, all about them and what they do, how you can use their services. And super excited, like I said, today to have Amy Cozile from Glittering Gatherings. Welcome, Amy. And can't wait to hear all about the fabulous stuff that you do. So what exactly is Glittering Gatherings?
So Glittering Gatherings is me assisting clients plan parties or small gatherings, anywhere from brunches to virtual showers, anything that allows me to take the stress and the anxiety away from the process.
Love it. And man, where have you been my whole life? When did you start doing stuff like this?
So it's been almost a year and a half now. And it all started, not to get ahead, but something that I like to call positive and loving peer pressure. I mean that in a very nice way. But I had helped a friend with 2 gatherings back to back. There was first a first birthday party, and then we went right into a baby shower within maybe a month. And then when I had thrown those 2 and helped her back to back, it was like, ooh, I could help so many other people with this and take away the anxiety and the stress that comes with planning a party.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it. Because I'm as you're saying that, I'm thinking back to, I threw a birthday party literally and the night before my son's birthday party, and it was insane, and wow, never want to do that again. The setting up, and it's exhausting as a host, of a gathering, because the setting up, the cleaning up, all the things, and coming up with the ideas and making sure everything comes together, and having somebody else to help you navigate and make sure you don't forget things. And I'm sure you help with setting up and stuff like that. Yeah.
Absolutely. That last hour is like the most crucial part when it comes down to think of your own events.
Right.
One of the most common things that I say when I'm in someone's home or at someone's venue is go get ready.
Oh, I love it.
Because you leave it to the last minute, right?
Yes,
the last thing you do is
true.
get dressed. And I can't tell you how many times I'm setting things up, and that's what I'm there for. And the host is still running around, and we're at that 30-minute mark.
Right.
And I'm like, go get ready. Go get dressed.
So finish your makeup.
And that is the best part, because you can take that away.
I love that.
And if I can really integrate and get in, and everyone's relaxed, and they let me just go ahead with the process, then you have like an hour or 2 hours to relax. Everyone feels like they have so much time, and you really don't.
Yeah.
I hear a lot, oh, the party is not until 1. And that's great. They probably get up at 7, wash the floors again, sweep again, wash the floors again, all the stuff you leave to the last minute. And the whole purpose of me being able to help is to take that all away. So you can just relax, know that it's going to be done because we've communicated, you know what's coming, with maybe some added touches that you don't know about, but add that extra glitter. But yeah, it's all about taking away that last minute rush for others.
I love it.
Yeah.
So you have another job as well.
Yes, I have a full-time job.
Yes.
So I primarily work weekends, maybe an evening here and there, but it's mainly weekend gatherings.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
As the ultimate goal to have it be the
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
Cool.
But I love doing it.
You're passionate about it. And
very
that's the
passionate.
part. So
very passionate.
So if somebody were to want your, a consultation with you, or to already just go ahead and book you for an event, how would they get in contact with you?
So right now I'm just using Instagram as my sole source at the moment, but I have my email set up in there if you don't want to message through Instagram itself. And my profile's public, so everyone should be able to access it.
Glittering Gatherings, just like it says on the screen. So that's cool. And of course, everything's different, the size of the party, the location, the needs, everything. So you do small and large gatherings?
Yeah, anything from maybe a small brunch for 4 to 6 to baby showers of up to 100.
Nice.
So yeah.
I love that.
And like I said, I mentioned virtual showers as well. I did a couple of those.
Tell me about that. How does that work?
So it was, to be honest, it was a concept that was new to me. I didn't even know they were really happening, but I had someone that approached me during COVID. They were having 2 grandbabies, the set of twins, and they wanted to do this virtual shower. So the cool thing is the ownership is on the host. So she had purchased pretty much everything that she wanted shipped to my house. Amazon snacks, since they were twins, everything was in sets of 2. The double mint gum pack was a solid.
That's
lots
cute.
of glitter there. That was really cute. So everything was shipped to my house, and then it was just preparing the boxes and getting them shipped out with confirmation. The cool thing with those is that you want the people that are hosting to still be surprised. So while they knew the contents that were going into the boxes, they had no idea what they were going to look like until they opened them. So I did that first shower, and then I did a second shower later in the year. And additionally, not quite a party or shower box, but I have a client that's in Ohio that actually every year their daughter comes down for a competition, a volleyball competition in Orlando. So I do like welcome boxes, and this year I'm doing bags for them. So they will be delivered, actually, I think next week, to be honest.
That's neat.
So it can be, Glittering Gatherings is a wide array of lots of different services. It could be as simple as just balloon arches or a backdrop to a full-on 6-foot, 2-sided charcuterie grazing table.
Yeah.
So it's really what the client's looking for.
Yeah. I'm sure you'd even do, I think back to like some weddings that I've been to where, there was like the gift bag at check-in or already in your room or something and stuff. So I'm sure you do stuff like that as well.
That's very similar to that one.
I love it.
Client. Yeah.
So tell me about, stories, anything about, behind your interest in having these visions for gatherings and putting all these things together. Like, is there any story behind like how you got into it? I mean, you said, you were helping your friend, but like, how did she know to ask you? It's always been like an innate gift that you've,
yes, I can't even. I'll give credit to my mom. How about that?
Aww. Thanks,
no,
Mom.
I just, exactly. It's just something I really enjoy doing. It is my creative outlet.
Yeah.
I love hosting parties myself, and it just kind of expanded.
Yeah.
People asked for help, and I love being able to do that.
Neat.
Yeah.
So, and you have such an eye. So if you go to her Instagram and look, and this, from what you've seen from the pictures here on the screen, she's got such a detail eye for just how to pull everything in together. It's so exquisite sometimes when I've looked at like your pictures on your profile and everything from past gatherings, and it's just, I'm always just like, wow.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So so why would using you be different than anyone else in town that kind of does the same party planning, helping with design for a party? How would it be different using you for this service?
To be honest, I like to think it's a very personal experience. There's a lot of consultation that goes involved with the whole process. I like to talk to people, find out what they like, include them in the process, because most of the time it's gatherings that are happening in their homes or venues like parks or areas where it's more of a shared space, not to the scale of weddings or huge events. So
yet
what I love to kind of have in that conversation is, asking what's important to that client particularly. So it could be what do you want to have showcased for your party?
Mhm.
So we might have a theme and we start there, but maybe there's like a vase or some pictures that they want to incorporate in their setup. I love using pictures.
Mhm.
First birthdays, that's kind of a given, but you know, I recently assisted with a celebration for life. I did a setup,
Oh, that's nice.
which was, to be honest with you, something I never even really considered to go down that avenue. But when you're talking about taking away the stress and letting someone just take care of it, it worked out just amazingly. And I was so happy to be able to help.
Yeah.
But things like that, what's important? What do you want to focus on, especially with celebrations of life? What do you want to tie into that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like fishing? Do you want to have, or did they like fishing? Do you want to have features within your table display that kind of ropes that in? So it's very personal.
I love that. I had a wedding planner. I had, people that have helped with planning different events for things before in the past. And just talking with you right now, the questions that you would ask or have asked your clients, that I don't think I've ever been asked that much detail. You know what I mean? Like, what do you want? What do you like? But that's really neat. The vision. I'm serious. Like, the vision that you have for event planning is very, very, very unique. So when you started a year and a half ago, is there anything that you wish you would have done differently, or something that you're like, oh, young Amy?
Ooh, actually, no. If that's coming, I haven't hit that roadblock yet. Who knows? You never know. But no, everything's been a very pleasant and wonderful experience.
Mm-hmm.
Transporting balloons gets a little bit tricky, but that's time management. You just have to plan accordingly so you have enough time to fill in any gaps or correct anything that might come along the way.
All right. Well, we are going to head into a commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to find out what is the one.
Sturgis Lumber and Hardware has what you need for hurricane season. Lumber and plywood, straps, ties, and bolts, plus the service to find what you need. Be ready now. Sturgis Lumber and Hardware, US 1 Vero Beach. Be hurricane ready with Sturgis Lumber and Hardware. SturgisLumber.com.
Hi, this is Mitchell Goldman, host of The Lady in the Law. Listen to our show for tips on the law and how it pertains to you. Tune in to The Lady in the Law every other Sunday at 7 on your weekend home for Planet Vero Radio, Real Radio 1017.
Wild, untamed, hilarious. Riverside Theater's Comedy Zone. Experience the Treasure Coast's best stage for live stand-up comedy this Friday and Saturday night at 7 and 9 p.m. You'll laugh till it hurts. Start your night at Live in the Loop with live entertainment, food and drinks, and after, be entertained with nationally ranked comedians, including an opening act and headliner with cabaret-style seating and food and drink table service. Get tickets at riversidetheater.com.
Start your day with fuel in your tank with breakfast at Marsh Landing. You'll love our biscuits and gravy, sweet potato pancakes, or eggs Benedict with a fried green tomato. And how about a mimosa or a Monster Bloody Mary? It's breakfast, old Florida style, at Marsh Landing in Fellsmere.
Advertising is essential. You've got to make people aware that you're there. We can do that with a cohesive marketing campaign from Evergreen Media. Based on your business goals, we'll create a mix of digital advertising on social media sites like Facebook, video advertising on streaming sites like Hulu and Paramount Plus, and supplement them with local TV and radio ads. Build awareness, educate, and inform the public with a cohesive marketing campaign by Evergreen Media. Check out egreenmedia.com or search online for Evergreen Media in Vero Beach.
Hey guys, welcome back to Grit and Grace. I'm Sarah DePardo, your host, and today we have Amy Koziel from Glittering Gatherings. So before we headed to our commercial break, we talked about the fact that, Amy's got something that she fears when it comes to doing these events. So Amy, can you share with us what's that fear is?
To be honest with you, I hate popping balloons. I work with them so much, but I absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. It is a fear of mine. I am one of those people.
Like post party when you gotta break down and all that.
The cool thing is there's always someone you can kind of,
hey.
I mean, now everyone knows that I don't like balloons, but traditionally it's not something I share, but there's always someone that wants to just take out some discretion and take care of my balloons for me, and it just works out and I don't have to ask, and it's great.
Here's a pair of scissors.
I got to get better at that. That's something I need to work on.
So I would totally fear like them popping in the car.
Oh, that's part of it too. Yeah.
From the heat.
Because there's no warning. And confetti balloons, there are some wonderful people out there that do wonderful things. Even some local vendors in town, they do amazing balloons as well. And I don't really use confetti balloons anymore, because when they pop, they're literally everywhere. The last place you think you're going to find glitter, you're going to find some glitter. And Lord knows I love glitter, but you know, in moderation.
No way. Yeah, those are a pain. Now that you say that, like, there was an event at my son's school the other day, and it was beautiful balloon arch, but the wind blew and it fell over and it hit the hot concrete, and it sounded like guns going on. I mean, like, whoa! It was like everybody was like, "What was that?" And it kind of sucked too, because like half the balloons
terrible timing. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah,
it happens. They're a little unpredictable, so you have to just make the best of it. I was setting up for a gala for a caring center for women here in town. This was in February, and there's so many moving parts because that was a very large event.
Yeah.
And I had constructed a balloon garland that was, I would say, was probably 15 feet, 12 to 15 feet, the length of the stage. And everyone's busy doing things, moving around, and balloons are just popping as I'm tying things together. And all you can do is just yell, I'm sorry, because there's no warning. You can't prepare anyone for that.
Right.
And they have a mind of their own, so gotta roll with it.
Yeah. So how do you make everything work with balancing, your full-time job, glittering gatherings, family, friends? Like, what is your secret?
It all
Please
comes down
share.
to good scheduling, time management. I mean, truthfully, that's really all it is. And to be honest with you, it's a creative outlet for me. So I enjoy, after working all day and you're kind of sitting down to compress.
Yeah.
So full-time job, day job's done, and in the evening I search for ideas and brainstorm for whatever's coming up next. So that creative outlet is really helpful for me. I need that.
Love it.
Yeah.
So are there any resources that you use, in business and for glittering gatherings, period, that help you continue to grow, or people that you follow that inspire you?
So I'm a big Pinterest person, but I also like to respect people's creative boundaries. I know imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but what people come up with is what they come up with. So if someone pitches any theme that pops in their mind, I tend to go to Pinterest to kind of get my own creative thoughts going, but I'm very careful about respecting those boundaries.
Yeah.
There is a woman I follow on Instagram, Layers by Natalie, and she does a lot of wonderful tablescapes and interior design things and things like that. But those are kind of my two outlets for getting me thinking as to what direction I want to roll with whatever client.
You.
Yeah.
So. And I will say in the past, that's usually I search Google Images and Pinterest for ideas, and like you said, you try to make it your own, or it inspires you with a different direction. I get it. And you're undoubtedly busy, duh. Like, what do you do for your self-care and mental health to help you stay grounded?
So truthfully, having this glittering gatherings is part of that for me. It might sound crazy. It's a second job or a second little business, but I need that creative outlet. I don't always have that with my full-time job. So that is a really big piece. I enjoy working out. So that's kind of a fun thing to do on the routine to kind of get me in that mindset so that I can come up with these creative ideas.
Right.
And then just the time management piece is really important, making sure I have enough time with my friends, with my family, so that I have a steady balance. Because you can burn out with anything, so it's important to have it.
I completely agree. So with that being said, I'm just going to slip in there with a thank you to Salt, because Salt actually sponsors the show with a free Halo therapy session for guests. So you can continue with a little bit more self-care and go visit Salt. Highly suggest that Halo therapy session, and I suggest leaving your phone in the locker. And
Wonderful.
either bring a guest with you and chat and catch up, or put a little blanket over your face and go to sleep.
There you go.
Take a little nap.
That power nap before the next gathering.
Yeah. So we have here a little sneak peek from you of a project that you're working on. So why don't you share with us about this?
Yeah, so the next tablescape that I am working on, it should be present, I would say, in the next week, 2 weeks, depends on the weather, because this is one that I'm doing myself.
Nice.
But it's going to be those lovely little peaches. So excited about it.
I'm excited.
So follow
to see.
Instagram, because then you'll actually see what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
That's not a whole lot.
So this is like the basics right here, right?
Yes.
The starting point. I'm very intrigued to see.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So with our show, it's called Grit and Grace. What does that mean to you? There's no wrong answer, by the way.
You put me on the spot like that.
Oh, yeah. They can mean two separate things. I mean, when someone says grit and grace, what comes to mind?
Well, it's life, isn't it? It comes with a little bit of hardships, and it comes with a whole lot of beauty.
Wow.
All in one.
I love that.
Yeah, it's definitely that's a little personal motto of mine.
Yeah.
So.
No, I love that. So the reason why I named the show Grit and Grace is because I've always envisioned women as like a duck in a pond when it comes to life, because under the water you've got the grit going. Those feet are like, like a host at a gathering even.
Mm-hmm.
And they're working hard, and it's chaotic even sometimes. But above the water, they look graceful, and they make it look easy, and they make it look like, this is just natural, So it inspired me, because I feel like we as women are like that. We have so much grit and grace in us. We make life look like it's easy and wonderful, and but the reality behind the closed doors and the scenes is there's a lot of grit that goes into being a small business owner and being
right.
In a world where life, you never know what's going to throw at you. So
right.
I sincerely appreciate you coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So again, if you want to use Glittering Gatherings for services, you need to go to Instagram and get connected with her. Her email is also on there as well. If you don't have Instagram, give us a shout at Sarah DePardo, fitness@gmail.com, and I will make sure you get connected with Miss Amy. But Sarah DePardo Health and Fitness sponsors our show. So healthyandfitwithsarah.com is a website you might want to visit if you're looking for some fitness and health needs, or if you're looking for some, fun with challenge groups coming up here soon as well. I love helping people in our community with fitness and health, because I don't know if you as viewers know, but actually I started my journey 6 years ago with health and fitness, and I was 125 pounds heavier than I am today. So it takes work. It's also a journey in itself, and I would love to walk beside you and help you on that journey. So thank you, Cindy, our producer as well. We love Cindy. Yeah. So again, thank you for coming on the show, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks back here with Grit and Grace. Have a wonderful weekend.